All right, good morning. It's Saturday morning. The family and I came up actually last night. We stayed overnight. My dad came up this morning. We're getting set up for doing Cedar Tongue and Groove in the soffit. So what we got here is we're going to be lining this area with Cedar Tongue and Groove. I've already put some spar urethane on all these cedar planks. So what we're going to do is take the plank, run it over to the cut station here, and my dad's going to be the one cutting, and I have this set up as a stop block. There is some variances in the soffit, so he'll adjust it as needed. Then you can cut it and then move on down the board, and then for lifting them up, since I'll start way up at the top, I'm gonna put them in a 5-gallon bucket and just use a rope and do one board at a time. So each board is 10 feet long. We'll get 5 pieces because they're approximately like 21 inches each. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We'll get started on that. Kind of hard to see, especially with the sun. Actually, I don't know if you can see it at all with the camera. So we might have to do this later in the day. But it's looking pretty nice. Oh, good progress so far. All right, we got it done. I wasn't sure if we were gonna get it all done today. My arms and my shoulders are shot. Looking up above my head and lifting, I don't know what the nail gun weighs, but it's 5-10 pounds or whatever. But doing it repetitively 100, 200, 300 times, I don't know how many times, but it's done. So here's the let me flip the camera. Here's what it looks like. It looks nice. Although this, obviously the scaffolding is in the way, but I like how it looks. So once the it'll have to stick with the green roof and the red trim for now, and then the siding, which hopefully is supposed to be delivered this week. I had to call them because my order came in, but they hadn't called me for delivery set up, and I finally got a hold of them and got delivery set up. I think it's supposed to be coming Wednesday or Thursday, so hopefully this week I'll be building window trims so I can trim those out, and then we might maybe start next week for siding. We'll see, but that's it for today's video. I'll be back here tomorrow. I gotta do some minor flashing above the window, each window. I gotta put in the top window in the attic and do that, and clean up this mess. There's just crap everywhere right now. So we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. I got to the cabin a little bit ago. I'm
just been unloading a little bit of stuff, and now I'm sitting on the couch trying to get the motivation to actually do stuff. um, but so yeah, it's just me today. Becky and the kids stayed back home. They had some church. They're going to help out with some church stuff today. So a plan for today, as I mentioned earlier, is just get that attic window in. I don't really want to put it in, but I have to, especially with siding coming and all that. Hopefully this week, I got to get that in and kind of all flashed and done. And I'll just have to climb up the scaffolding from the outside. It has been nice to being able to just slide on out as needed, but that'll have to stop after today. So yeah, and then just some drip caps all above the attic window, and then also the lower two windows as well. So I'll get some drip caps put on those, get it kind of ready for window trim, etc. for next week. Um, that's all I got really planned today. There's plenty of other stuff to do, so we'll have to see if I do anything else. I might take it slow and easy today and relax, but we'll see how it goes. So we'll start out with the window.
All right, for this window, I'm just putting in regular zip tape instead of the stretch. That stretch stuff is super expensive. I'm like 3 feet from the soffit overhang, so there's not going to be a whole lot of water intrusion coming in this area anyways. So. I don't know if this has enough on it. How much is on here? I think we might be at the end. Yep. We do not. Alright. Well. So we got a whole another one. So I put that first piece in the corner so that it protects underneath here when I cut this corner. So it's pretty good. Like I said, I don't expect much water to be even hitting this window. This window faces also, this window faces east, and 99% of the weather comes from the west. So not to say it couldn't, but which is why I'm still doing all the flashing like you normally would, but all right, bottom ready to go. I'll do the sides. I'm not gonna record that though. All right, we got everything fully flashed how I want. Let's see if I can get that. Kind of see it there. So I just realized though I forgot to get the caulk, which means I gotta climb all the way back down. So we gotta do that. Actually, I need to shim this as well. So let me get some shims and some caulk, and we'll come back. All right, we're back after getting. You know those moments where it takes 20 minutes to find something and you still don't find it. I was looking for a pair of scissors. I don't know where they went. So I'm going to have to, I need to open the thing of caulk. So I'm going to just use a razor blade to do that. Which I should probably do now before I start this. So yeah, fun times. And then it's, you know, it's just a pain to climb up and down this. I've been going through the window, which helps, because then I just have to go down the steps. But having somebody here just to help with, like with my dad or Becky are here, it helps immensely just for stuff, so I don't have to expend energy. Now, thankfully today I'm not doing a whole lot, so. And I just realized I forgot to put the, after all that, I need to put the shims in still. So let's finish this, and then we'll put the shims in. It probably does. I didn't. So I didn't test fit this before, and I think I should have, because it's not fitting. Why you're not going in here? Okay, there we go. It's just a very tight fit. Yep. It's. What am I hitting something? Oh, I wonder if I'm hitting the. I can't see it. I think I'm hitting the little. See if I can see it on there. Yeah. Well, is it catching? I'm not sure. It's hitting something, or I can't get it in. Should have test fitted it. Then you wouldn't have this issue. I don't know if I can. Oh, there we go. It's in. Oh. All right. Let me screw it in. I got caulk everywhere. Good grief. Have to clean the window afterwards. Let's just get a screw in. It's not. I don't think it's going anywhere because it's so tight in the frame. But whoa, whoa. Dive it down that much. So yeah, test fit your windows before you put them in. Even though it might be a pain, I didn't think about it until I was pulling the window out. This is not the best window install, but it's in. So I gotta screw it off. I got caulk all over my pants, shirt, and everything. Oh well. All right. So I have never made an end dam on a drip cap. I just made this one. It's not bad. I don't have the little vice grips. All I got are these guys here, but not very long. So I'm practicing on the 20, well, the window itself is 23 and a half. And then I need to have the 3/8. So on the top of the, let me get the camera here so that you can see it here. This needs to be 3/8 tall. So when I put the window trim on, it has 3/8 of an inch to kind of sit on, because that's what's required by, or what LP SmartSide wants you to put on for the gap at top. So I need to measure 3/8 on this guy here. And so from what I saw is we nib this guy out here. That little tiny piece comes out. And then, where's my pliers? There. This bends up. And that is supposed to also bend up with it. That side did not. It's a little bit there. It's not as good as the first one I did, but this seems a tad high. There we go. All right. And again, I'm not using the regular clamps and whatnot, but this is sufficient for the amount of windows. I didn't want to spend like $50 on one of those tools, or 30 or whatever. This should be good enough. All right, so that one has a little bit. It's not as good as the other side. This side had a much better. I pre-crimped it kind of. All right, I don't own a GoPro. It's not in the budget yet. So I have a thing that attaches to my phone that, well, I can wrap around my neck. I don't know how this is going to work, but give you a point of view for what I have to do to move scaffolding and climb up. Oop. All right, there goes up later. Under. I'm hitting the up. There we go. Okay. It's now up. Shoot. As you've seen from the videos, I've ended up having to climb on the outside of the scaffolding, which isn't what I really want to do, but you do what you gotta do. Let's screw this guy down here. That should be good. And then this guy here. We're gonna throw you in there. Through my drill through the window. It's easier to get in and out through the windows. So we're gonna go back down. All right. I probably do this trip 50 times a day. By the end of the day, I usually have like 10 to 15,000 steps. And that's not even including like crawling up to scaffolding. It's a good workout plan if you ever want one. Okay, I think I got everything here. Hammer, tape, caulk. I don't have caulk. And then when you forget something, you get to do more steps. All right, I should be able to step out here now. All right, perfect. That's right, I need to bend. I have to bend this piece back because I want this to be angled down. Otherwise it looks, well, I think it looks all right. I do want to bend it back a little. Let's see how that winds up down there. I can't. I'm going to have to feel this side. They're just a tad long on each side. However, when I do the trim, I'm supposed to do 3/16 overhang on each side. So I'll have a little bit of room and then I can just caulk it. All right. Taped and rolled above the flashing. One more window to go. All right, we got the all the drip caps in. So I think everything's ready for next week. Hopefully next week, hopefully get the siding in, and I can pre-assemble the window frames and get those in next week so we can put the frames on, and then we'll start siding. I've never done siding except for some minor repairs and in addition to the back patio, but that was usually taking off the existing siding and then putting it back on. So it wasn't really, it wasn't a whole lot of work. But so I did measure. So this is my center line here, and I measured I'm going to do board and batten, so I'll batten every 16. So one is here, and then one batten comes right here. So it would run almost essentially parallel with this pole. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not 100% sure. The other thing I wanted to kind of take in consideration is if I have a batten, let's say the batten follows this center line all the way up, I don't have to worry about like the batten hitting the edge of the window trim. So I have not measured this way though. So I got to see how far over it is there. But I think it should be okay where I'm not having a batten kind of next to a window trim where it'd look goofy or something. But we can kind of figure that out next week as we start doing things. Most of these are actually pretty small batten strips because the windows are in the way. I mean, you have one or board and batten strips too. It goes up to that window, up there. The longest piece is actually the one that follows this pole. So right up there, and then they obviously get shorter as you go down on each side. And then on this side, it's kind of the same thing. You have the longest piece goes up there. The boards and the battens that I'm getting are 16 feet long, and it might just be short there. So if I do, let me get this figured out here. If I do end up a little short, I'm going to have to figure that out. I don't want to put in a belly band or anything because it's literally just the one piece. So what I might do is kind of splice two pieces together. I know you're probably not supposed to do that, but it's way up there. It's underneath the soffit. I'm not worried about water intrusion or anything like that, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure how exactly far that is, but we'll figure it out as we go. That's it for this week's video. Hope you guys all have a good week. We'll see you next week.